Man, don't you just love that song? What an intro, right? This is a great intro. Check this out. Oh yeah, a little Contra, but that's like a heavy metal version of it. A lot of 8-bit songs could have easily been rock music. What's going on, everyone? It is your friend Omiglio, and I'm coming at you with a new video here. Today we're going to be doing, NES black box games that I love, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So by black box, just like, you look at that game right there, see the cover, how it's a black box. For those of you that may not know, that are, into the digital age and don't know what games were like back in the days, well, without further ado, guys, let's get it going here. I only have about 8. I think originally there were about 30. I only have 8, but let's get it started. Oh yeah, the first one on my list is none other than the classic Infamous. And by that I mean more than famous. If you guys have ever watched Three Amigos, you know what I'm talking about. Infamous, more than famous. Yeah, this is one of my favorite. This one did not make my top 20, which I thought about it. I really thought about it, but it didn't because the competition was stiff. But don't get it twisted. This game is amazing. Let's get a little gameplay going and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, what was special about this era of gaming is that, if you guys have watched my Atari 2600 video, well, you can see that it wasn't the greatest when it came to the graphic department. Sometimes games like Centipede, Millipede, they had like squares and dots and rectangles. But look at the evolution of gaming. Look what the late 80s and the early 90s brought us. You know what I mean? This is a big step up and very close to the arcade. I mean, it plays well, it looks great, and it's a huge step. I think most of you guys will concur over the Atari 2600. But yeah, this game, OMG, one of my favorites. Didn't make my top 20, but man, did I want it to. Let's get this guy. Oh, my bad. Did I do that? Let's keep it going here with some of my favorite black box NES games. I'm talking about Kung Fu. And let me give you guys a little reference here. How many of you guys remember this? That was actually me. There was no audio. That was actually me. Let me do it one more time. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about Kung Fu. This game, OMG. I remember as a kid playing this or seeing one of my older friends play this. And I was just blown away. Again, if you guys want a good reference, just look at the my Atari video and you'll see the evolution. How much better. Everything from the programming to the graphics to the design. By the late 80s, video games like companies like Nintendo were just flourishing and giving us, games that have truly stood the test of time. This is one of them. This is one of the games I think strongly holds, it stays dear to my heart. It's one of the greatest early titles for the NES. And, it's just, if you look at my Atari, my top 20 Atari games. Oh, I just got it with the Karate Kick. The Karate Kid jump kick, that was awesome. But yeah, this game actually has an end boss. The graphics, when I think about this game, what made it so much better than like the 2600, not only the graphics, the music, and the well, of course, it's one of my favorite things of all time, but it's just how great the programming is. It's just so great in the controls. But yeah, for sure, this is one of my favorite black box games. With another one of my very favorite black box games for the NES, and we're talking about Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong on the NES. I think this game is somewhat underrated only because, again, a lot of these games, especially from the black box, what they did very good is that they were getting a lot closer to the arcade than, let's say, the 2600. And this is not a video where I want to completely, talk smack about the 2600. The 2600 is always going to hold a special place in my heart. But one of the purposes of making this video is just to show how much video games had evolved and how great they were, honestly, on the Nintendo. Now, of course, this isn't a perfect port of the arcade game, but by this time, they were coming way closer than, say, the 2600 was. And growing up, I didn't have the the Atari 7800. I didn't have that, so I can't really compare a lot of games from the Nintendo to the 7800. I'm strictly going 2600 to NES because that's what I had. Like, when I look at my childhood, I literally went from the 2600 to the NES. And to me, I think a lot of you guys will agree. Oh, I just died. A lot of you guys will agree that it's a big leap And this game, even though I do love it on the 2600, I mean, I think this is just better. What do you guys think? Watch out for that. Oh, no. Man, you gotta watch your step on this one. But yeah, this game's amazing. Next on my list is a game that was, like a built-in package. If you bought the NES back in the day, I remember seeing this like at a Sears, or if you were a kid, you would see it at the mall. It was like a built-in package game. I'm talking about Duck Hunt. How about this? Now, this game is bittersweet because a lot of us can't play this anymore on a modern TV because the zapper guns, you play this game with the zapper gun. That's right. You use the gun, and like the arcade games, like think of like Terminator arcade game, where they had like or Time Crisis, I think that's what it's called. Or, all these different zapper games where you use the gun, or I guess one of the best ones would be House of the Dead, right? Think about that. Like, I'm trying to speak to you kids that didn't grow up in the 80s and 90s like I did. So anyways, enough of my rant. I can't get gameplay because I don't have a zapper gun, but I'll show you guys. We can use our imagination as if I were zapping at the screen. But yeah, it would be nice if like there was a way to play these retro games with the modern TV. Unfortunately, I can't. So what's gonna happen is that these ducks are all gonna fly away, and I won't be able to shoot them, and that dog's gonna laugh at me shamefully. But yeah, Duck Hunt, absolutely one of my favorite black box games, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Isn't that just one of the greatest songs you've ever heard? One of the greatest intro songs you've ever heard? Absolutely! Yeah, Excite Bike, guys. What can I say about this game? It just excites me talking about it. What was very revolutionary, if you want to call it that, for its time, is that you can actually make your own levels. You can make your own courses in this game. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, this game is so cute. One more time. That is exactly the song I think about when I'm clocking into work and I'm going to have a long day and I try to cheer myself up and I think about Excite Bike, the intro of that song. Absolutely. But yeah, this game is amazing, guys. Excite Bike. Let's get a little gameplay going here. See, you can make your own tracks also, which I'm not going to do right now, but you can, which is pretty amazing. So you want to be careful because you can overheat your engine. Oh my gosh, I haven't played this in years, but it's so much fun. It controls phenomenal. Yeah, that's one of the things that you'll notice between the Nintendo and the going from the Nintendo to the 2600 from the 2600 is how great the controls were for the Nintendo, and not just the D-pad, which the D-pad was revolutionary, and I think it was Nintendo that revolutionized the gaming world with the D-pad. Thank you very much, Nintendo. A lot of other things, but the D-pad is one of them. And this game, of course, plays very well with the D-pad. It's just a lot of the programming, what they did, like this game in Kung Fu, the controls, they hold up to this day. They're fantastic, Man, this game is so much fun. I have yet to create my own racetrack, but I do want to do that. But I just wanted to show this off as one of the best, greatest black box games ever created. Excite Bike, for sure. Gosh, this is another banger when it comes to music. I mean, even after all these years, I still hum the song in my head. This one on Excite Bike. It just get me all worked up inside. What's up, guys? Yeah, this is pro wrestling. One of my favorites, man. Listen to this banger. I'm gonna shut up just for a second. I truly love this song. I mean, that one too. The intro's not bad. Man, what a way to get it started. With the Nintendo games. So, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but the black box games for the NES, a lot of them were like launch titles. So, the early Nintendo games, that's how you could tell them apart from like games that came later. You have this awesome roster of like wrestlers. This is pro wrestling. If you like wrestling like I do, grew up with like Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Jake the Snake Roberts, and all those good guys. The Undertaker came a little bit later, but he was still there. Yeah, man, this is it. This brings you back to that like 80s pro wrestling. And I think a lot of these wrestlers, if I'm not mistaken, are based on real life counterparts. Like, I forget who's who, But and I don't even know who the Amazon. The guy looks like he's totally made up. It could be Blanca from Street Fighter 2, and that's before Street Fighter 2. So maybe Street Fighter 2 copied off of this game. I don't know, guys. I think that guy's based off of Ric Flair. I do remember that. I think he's based off of Ric Flair. And one of them is Hulk Hogan. Let's get some gameplay going here. I think the Starman is based off of a Mexican wrestler by the name of Mil Máscaras. So let's go ahead and do one-player game. I'm gonna be this guy. I wanted to be the Mexican wrestler because Mexicans know how to do it. They know how to jump, and you know, it's funny. Speaking of Mexican wrestlers, yeah, I think that wrestling, the way it evolved, people like Eddie Guerrero really helped push it. Because before, like, you look at like people like Hulk Hogan, and I love it. Oh, I'm getting my butt whooped. I love it, but like Mexican wrestlers really brought their own flair and changed wrestling forever. In my opinion, it's more technical now than it's ever been. Like a lot more flying, and a lot of that is thanks to our wrestlers, from south of the border. But yeah, this game's amazing, and I wish I was Starman because he's kicking my butt right now. But no, instead I'm this guy. I'm sure this guy's good. It's just me that I suck at this game. But yeah, pro wrestling, one of the greats in my opinion. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna come back from this. We can at least enjoy the music, right? Alright guys, so I have to admit, this next game, Urban Champion, made the list mostly because of nostalgia. I mean, I have great memories of this. I mean, just loving this game as a kid because I like just games that like Double Dragon games, like beat 'em ups. Those are like my favorite genre when I was a kid. So like Urban Champion was right up my alley. But how does it hold up? I don't know. I mean, I still had to throw it there. I dare I say, I think I'm gonna still like it a lot just because I know myself. Oh yeah. Oh, I just got my boots knocked off. Okay, so how do you hit in the face? So it's just like you want to go up and down. That's pretty much it. Oh, I just hit him in the. Oh, he hit me back. Yeah, no, this game holds up. Yeah, I'm sure as a kid I would have liked it more, but man, I just got my socks knocked off right now. Oh my gosh, he just hit me in the face again. How dare you? I gotta win this fight, man. There's no way I'm gonna lose this. Oh, so the cops come. That's awesome. Yeah, this game holds up. It holds up. It's even better than I remember, to be honest with you. Okay, what if I just keep punching him in the face? How do you like that, man? Give him my money back. Give him my lunch money. Ah, that's just me being traumatized as a kid, getting my lunch money taken from me. Oh, did I get him? Oh, I almost got him. There's that cop. Okay, pretend like we're not doing anything, and then I'm gonna let him have it right now. This is it. Third time's a charm, bud. Third time's a charm. I'm gonna knock your lights out. Oh, if I don't get my lights knocked out. I guess you have a time limit. I'm not sure if there's like a scoring card. Oh, it tells you your stamina. For being such a simple, Nintendo title, early title, I've already been knocked down like 3 times, but I'm hanging in there, man. How does he punch me harder? Okay, I almost had him that time. Wait, so it says compute you. Is it 3 and 3? I'm not sure how that works. But yeah, this game, absolutely, it holds the test of time. I love it. 9 seconds. Oh my gosh, hopefully I can come back. There we go. There we go. In the face. Oh, is that it? Time's up. Wait, what happens? Time's up. We got busted? Or he got busted. Oh, I guess I won. Nice. Yeah, this game definitely holds up, and honestly it's a little bit better than I remember. Has that ever happened? Have you guys ever said this game's better than I remember? Well, certainly Urban Champion, I'm happy I can say that it's actually better than I remember. Take that, you sucker. Now you talk about a song that's an absolute banger for the original Nintendo. Ooh, it is hard to top this one, man. They have done a fantastic job. Of course, I'm talking about the original Super Mario Brothers, which is, in fact, a black box game. I think a lot of people forget that it's one of the... At least I forget that it's a black box game, I mean, not that it matters if it's black or white, but you know what I mean. Let's get a little gameplay going here. My goodness. Well, I mean, what can I say about Super Mario Brothers? This is... and I did my top 20 Omi's NES list, and I think this game came like in 16th place or something like that, or it could have been 14th, one of those two. I can't remember exactly where I put it, but man, this game is just, the controls are spot on. If you remember all the little tricks, you can get a free life just like I did right now. This this has some of the greatest design ever made, because a lot of games will copy this basic format of like being able to get coins, platforming, where you could die if you fall off of a hill or something, like a platform, getting coins to get more lives. Like this basic premise has been duplicated so many times, and even me, who I'm a big Sonic fan, I have to admit that Sonic basically takes these elements and makes them better. Now, one thing you notice is that the previous, I zoom right by it, but the previous platform, I might just die to show you, to emphasize my point, how this game has such good design when it comes to gameplay. I did briefly mention it on my top 20 list, but I want to just show it right now because I think it's worth noting. Like, little subtle things that this game does that a lot of us don't pay attention to. I do, because I love everything to do with video games and particularly game design, as I am actually an aspiring game designer myself, but more modern. I don't know, we'll see if I do anything retro, but as of now, I'm kind of focused on modern stuff. But yeah, I love the retro stuff, right? So, okay, you see this part right here? How you can fall down, there's no consequence. So this game is has the philosophy of learn by doing. If I fall off right here, I will die. So it goes to show how good the designers were. And again, the whole concept of platforming and getting coins to get more lives so you can continue to, be good at the game and get further and further. And then, of course, at the end, you have to fight against, what's his name, Bowser, just to get to the princess who tells you she's in another castle. You guys get the point. Like, it has brilliant design that a lot of games just pretty much, yeah, maybe they elevated it, but it all started here. So absolutely, Super Mario Brothers is going to conclude my favorite NES black box games, and it went out with a bang, guys. Speaking of bang, let's check out this song before we end. What a banger, huh? Absolutely, one of my favorite black box games. So there you have it, guys. Those are my favorite black box games. Of course, there were like 30 of them, but these are like my favorite. I only picked like about 8 of them because these are my absolute favorite. What are your absolute favorite? What are your favorite early NES titles? Do you even have nostalgia for this console, guys? And if you don't, maybe you're younger and you want to get into retro gaming, guys, there's so many great games. There's more content to come. I'm going to give you guys more ideas of great, retro, but I'm also going to do modern, so stay tuned because you never know what I'm going to do. I might just be doing Spider-Man 2 for the PS5 walkthrough. Ooh, that sounds like an idea. We'll see, guys. As of now, I am leaving, but I want to thank you guys for all your comments, likes, and subs. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit your notifications and all that good stuff, guys. Let's keep it going, and I'll catch you absolutely on the next vid. That music, though.